Let's talk burnout, shall we? Indeed, the job search website estimates that it is more than 50% of workers are reporting having experienced burnout. Deloitte said the number is as high as 77% of workers experience burnout. But the big question is, how do you catch burnout before you're burnt out? That's what I want to talk about today. Some telltale signs that you're going to be dealing with burnout and some ways that you can begin to move in a better direction. Look, one of the signs that burnout is on its way is you are experiencing a reduction in your energy at work. Now, I know that it may be that you had a late night the night before, or maybe you've got a lot of stuff going on, but if you are consistently experiencing a reduction in your energy, you may be experiencing or getting ready for burnout. Another one that's really a common one that I see in a lot of my clients is procrastination. You see, a lot of times we think, oh, I've got a procrastination problem, meaning I'm having trouble getting motivated, I'm having trouble getting the work done that I need to get done. But the issue isn't laziness. The issue is unprocessed stress, and it's leading to procrastination, a telltale sign that burnout is on its way. I put out a free tool where you can assess your burnout and really begin to take steps forward. And in that tool, I talk about a number of telltale signs that burning out is starting to happen in your world. Things like your to-do list is overwhelming. You're tired and emotionally drained. You're beginning to feel helpless, trapped, or defeated often. You feel isolated, or you are intentionally isolating from others. Many of your tasks feel dull or overwhelming. When you're home, you wish you were at work, and vice versa. You're more cynical and critical than you'd like to be. You're feeling anxious, stressed, and doubting yourself. And lastly, you feel overworked and undervalued. Look, there may be a lot of other causes for a number of these things, but if you're seeing a lot of these signs starting to show up in your life, you could be a candidate for burnout. My name is Jason Stonehouse, and I work as an executive coach. I come alongside of high capacity leaders, entrepreneurs, and executives. And I can tell you this, most people who are stressed don't realize the magnitude of their stress. After getting the privilege of working with lots of CEOs and executives in high profile positions, I can tell you this, most leaders are struggling with a lack of self-awareness. No, they know how their employees see them. They understand how other people view them in the world, but they're struggling because they don't understand the depth and magnitude, but more importantly, the root causes of what's happening inside of them. So here's a couple of thoughts to consider to burnout proof your life. Number one, reflect on your reality. You're going to have to be gut level honest that this issue that you're dealing with is a lot bigger than you're giving it credit for. In order to reflect on your reality, you're going to have to spend some time better understanding what's happening emotionally inside of you. You see, emotions are like a dashboard in the car. They aren't the problem, but they point to where the problem is. When I work with my clients, I spend time trying to understand the emotions they're feeling, not because the emotions are the big deal, but because they give us insight into what's really happening inside of us. Second step, if you want to begin to burnout proof your life, is you have to reevaluate your priorities. And one of the priorities that needs to jump to the top is taking care of your emotional health and better understanding what's going on inside of you. This is a form of self-care, and it is probably the most neglected form of self-care. Thirdly, you're going to need to reframe your activities. You're going to need to reframe your activities, which means you're going to need to right size the issues that you're dealing with, meaning the issues that maybe you've been underestimating need to have the weight that they need. But a lot of the things that you're thinking are such a big deal actually need to decrease in their intensity inside of your mind. And the last step is you need to focus on two key aspects of your life. One is resilience, and the second is relationships. What happens when we begin to burn out is we begin to isolate. We begin to pull away because we're afraid of what people will think of us, and if they knew we couldn't handle it and we were seen as weak, all of the different reasons what we keep telling ourselves that keep us in this place of burnout. We need to move away from that and move towards other people. We need to invite coaches and counselors and friends who can speak into our life, who can encourage us, and who can begin to show us what it looks like to be present where we are. As I mentioned, I put out a brand new tool called Burnout Proof Your Life, and I would love to give it to you for free. Head on over to jasonstonehouse.com. And you'll notice right there on the homepage, as you scroll up, you will notice Burnout Proof Your Life. Download it for free as my gift to you, and let me know if I can help you more.